run a running play instead of a pass play. They could have run 2 plays, but they passed incomplete. Yeah. It was like, what the hell is that? Good evening, folks, and we got our kickoff here tonight for the South Lyon East football game. I'm Brian McPhee, and alongside Paul Zarati, our color man tonight. Dan Pelchat's over on the stadium mic, and Matt Boyer, the best in the industry on camera. So the kick goes out of bounds. They'll start at the 35-yard line for East. Paul, this is one of those games that you really got to come to play. It's emotional. It's crosstown rivalries. Throw the records out and go at it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely right. We've seen upsets in this game. We've seen games that should have been blowouts that ended up being close games. Like you said, it's emotional. Anything can happen.
And East, although they got a someone jumped off sides there. They got a pretty decent sized line out there, and pretty good running back also. And that's against the Cougars, so they'll back them up 5 yards. It looks like number 12, Drew Ranson at quarterback for East. Or it could be number 3. Aiden Oliver, who finished the game the season last year for the East.
Number 11. Oliver got injured last week. He's out.
And that's 26. Donovan Wright. He gets all the penalty back and more. And actually, at quarterback is number 11, Xander Desant. It sounds like East has gone through some injury issues this year.
Yeah, I just heard that their starting quarterback, Aiden Oliver, got hurt last week, so he's out this week. So you got Xander standing in for him.
Xander under center. And the Lions jumped that time. So at 2nd and 7, it'll make it 2nd and 2. Big crowd out here tonight. A little chilly, but no wind. Perfect night for football. They had senior night when we got here, acknowledging all the seniors on all those that participate here on Friday nights, between the band, the cheerleaders, Palmers. And Xander's back to pass. He's throwing to Willenberg, number 81, who's got it at the 30. Oh, and he ends up dropping it. They called it incomplete.
No. They're going to give him the catch, and the ball rolled out of bounds.
Oh! Well, the refs are talking there.
Talking it over.
And it is a catch and a first down. They're going to mark that at the 15-yard line for East. Off to a quick start here.
Tough call for the ref there. But I think he caught it, and he took a step or two, and then the defender caused him to fumble it, but it went right out of bounds.
Drake Willenberg, a big target out there at 6'5". Donovan Wright with the carry, and a Pride of Lions there to make the tackle. Looks like the Lions got healthy over last week or during the week. Brendan Dancer back at the outside linebacker position. Jesse Powell's back over at his defensive end position. Some big players that we missed last week, although they still won against Milford. Donovan Wright again, and he's hit immediately. Jack Schaefer doing a good job of getting in there and slowing him down for his other teammates to get there. Well, that makes it 3rd and 5 for East. On South Lyon's 10-yard line. DeSense brings him out of the huddle and goes under center with Donovan Wright behind him. We got a man in motion. DeSense drops back to pass. He scrambles and he's met for a loss. Looks like a couple of linemen got there. Number 65. Ryan Shamp, who's done a great job this year of just being Mr. Consistent on that front line.
He sure has, Brian. He's stepped up every time the defense called upon him. Ryan really, I'd say, one of the most improved players this year.
And that team defense, all his buddies chased them, Donovan to him. So now it's 4th and 7. They're going to go for 3 here.
33. Hannah Becker.
Yep. Hannah Becker handling the kicking duties for East. She won a game in the rain at the last minute for East earlier in the season. And the kick is up. And it's good. Took a long while to get there, but we were waiting for the stripes down there to signal, and it's 3 points.
Didn't make it by much, but it made it.
Right, they never tell you how much they make them by, whether it's there or not, you know. So here we are with just 8:17 left in the first quarter, and East is up 8-3 here in the jungle. So East getting ready to kick off. Hannah Becker kicks, and we've got, looks like offsides on East. That's going to move them back. So now we are for the re-kick. Hannah Becker puts a foot into it and pops it down to McGrath, who takes it up the sideline. And he gets it off across the 50 down to about the 43, 44-yard line into East territory. So they're going to start with great position here.
Good job by Keegan there. That's one of those kickoffs that could end up being a problem. Hannah tried to drop it right behind the front line. Keegan ran up, caught it on the run, burst of speed, and Lions end up with good field position here.
So Connor Fracassi brings him out in the gun. And it goes Mitch Camoris in motion. He gets a handoff, and he takes it off tackle for about a 2-3 yard gain there. Mitch always gets going once he has 2 or 3 guys on his back. So call it 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8 for the Lions. We got Locke split down to the right. Single receiver there. And Fracassi drops back to pass, looks over the center. And it's McGrath who makes a great catch and a great run after catch. Yep. He got about 10 yards after that one.
Yeah, Keegan, like we said earlier in the year, that kid runs great routes. I don't know if Connor saw something there. It looked like he called an audible before the ball was snapped. Maybe he saw a little hole. Play worked out.
And so first down for the Lions, down to the 25-yard line of East. Quinn Fracassi now split out right. McGrath in the slot. And locks up top to the left. And the Singleton in the backfield with Fracassi. Fracassi rolling out, avoids the rush, and the pass down to Cougars for a touchdown. South Lyon touchdown. Mitch Cougars made a great job on that, and Fracassi did a great job of scrambling away from the blitz.
Yeah, he sure did. I didn't catch the number, but Connor was under duress, kept his eyes up the field. Mitch was wide open, and he put it on his numbers.
So a nice answer to East's score. And now out to handle the kicking duties for South Lyon is William Stoyanovich, number 95. Evan DeFrank will be handling the holding duties. And the kick is up. And it's good. We now got a score of 7-3, and we'll be right back with the Lions kickoff in a moment. And Chinavar is going to handle the kickoff duties for the Lions, and he puts a boot into it. It goes down to the 5-yard line, where East takes it back. Number 9 taking off for East. He's got some wheels, and he gets it back over the 50-yard line.
It's number 9, Mitchell Moore, Brian. Great kickoff return there.
Yep, he found a lane, and he just blitzed through that. And I missed who made the tackle there for the Lions. Again, as Xander descends, he hands off to Donovan Wright, who bowls his way through the line, gets to the second level, and he runs for 11 yards there. That kid's a heck of a running back.
He does. He runs hard. That was Jesse Powell catching up to him from behind to bring him down.
So here come the Cougars. With Wright in the backfield. He takes a handoff up the middle, and he gains about 3 yards on the carry. Jack Schaefer in on a tackle. Caleb Mulcahy, the nose guard out there, helps slow him down. Here come the Cougars, 2nd and 7. DeSantis out to Willenberg, who catches it in the flat. Keegan McGrath comes up to make the tackle. Now to make it 3rd and 1. And Drake Willenberg, pretty good athlete. He does track, and the whole family is full of athletes there. His brother Trent played a few years ago for them. So 3rd and 2 from the 26-yard line, and a quarterback keeper, and looks like the Lions stuff them. Great job there by the Lions.
Going to be a half yard short.
And you just might as well lead off the whole defense because they were all in on that one. And it's 4th and still 4th and 2. They didn't give them any yardage on that one. And they're going to go for it here with 3:55 left to go in the first quarter. Descents brings him out of the huddle. He goes under center, puts the guy in motion. Hand off to Wright, and he's got the first down. Poor Jack Schaefer brings him down, but he got a couple of yards on that run. Plenty for the first down.
Yeah, big second effort by Wright there. Gus Taylor was in the backfield, delivered the first hit, but Wright was able to slip away and pick up the yardage needed.
So, fresh set of downs for the Cougars here. Now at the 18-yard line. And the handoff goes to Wright. And a stocky kid at 5'11 and 215, at least the program weight. Well, it's 2nd and 8 now for the Cougars.
Who is that? Is that Mulcahy? Now, is that like a first name nickname where you go Spike Mulcahy? Yeah. Okay, I can get that.
Here they come with Wright in the backfield. A man in motion. And they roll out to the left, pass down to the flat. He's going to be right near the first down marker there. You catch the number of the receiver on that one?
Yeah, that was Nick O'Donohue that hauled in that pass, and Jake Newman stepping up to make the tackle.
And another first down that's going to be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line for East. Descents under center, turns around, handoff to Wright, goes right up the middle, and he gains about a yard or two. This is a great game here between the two schools. These kids have been playing each other since their Panther days, and they know each other. They're not intimidated by either. However the record is for either school, they all come out to play. Descents looking over the line. Takes a snap, hands off to Wright, who takes a zigzag step, and he's going to get about a yard or two. It's going to make it 3rd and about 3 or 4.
They're putting that ball almost down to the 2-yard line. I think that was his forward progress. Gus Taylor picked him up and carried him backwards a little bit before he set him down on the ground. But like you said, Brian, you throw out the record books. This is 2 impressive drives right out of the gate by the Cougars here.
Yeah. And they have some athletes on this team, I'll tell you that. Hand off to Wright. And he's met right there by a host of Lions. And it's going to be 4th and 1. Jack Schaefer, first one in there on the tackle. So now do you go to your workhorse or run a little deception?
Yeah, I don't know. You got a yard and a half to go.
You got to cover everybody. And the handoff is to Wright. And it looks like he's in. And it is an East touchdown. So, out comes Hannah Beckert again for the extra point. The kick is, and they go for 2. Yeah, the holder there was Descents, who threw the pass.
Ah, okay. So that was descents to Nate Saavedra.
Yeah, so
No sense holding anything back, right?
right. Well, they got nowhere to go after this game, but watch the playoffs.
They're playing for everything.
So they don't have to worry about showing anything. So the score now 11-7 with East on top with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. And we're ready for East kickoff. Hannah Becker steps up and kicks it down to about the 20-yard line, where it's taken by Locke. Locke gets down the sideline. He steps about, and he's out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Great return there by Brendan Locke.
So again, Lions start with good field position after a kickoff.
Volunteers. And here we go. Connor Fracassi throws out to Quinn Fracassi, and he breaks up for a few more yards after the catch. He gets down to the 28-yard line. So that's going to make it 2nd and 3 for the Lions. I think that's going to be key for the Lions to mix it up tonight. Keep the East guessing who's getting the ball, where they're going, go to everybody. So they got to cover everybody. Jordan Singleton in the backfield behind Fracassi. Singleton gets the ball and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by big number 72, Jonah Westland. And so that'll be 3rd and 3 now, 3rd and 4 maybe. Fracassi gets the sideline, gets a play from the sideline. They break the huddle. Quinn Fracassi and McGrath are split out to the right. Steve Shelton down to the left. And we got Locke in the slot. Fracassi rolling out. He's got a blitz on. He gets the pass off to Locke. And he's down. He was deep enough for a first down. He gets a couple more yards after the catch. He's going to be down near the 21-yard line. Call it the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Fracassi doing a good job of scrambling. And here come the Lions. Fracassi has him in the gun. Singleton off to his left. Singleton goes in motion. Passes out to Quinn Fracassi. He's got a blocker in front of him, which was Singleton and Locke were out there blocking downfield. And great play. They get another first down off that one. And the ball's right at the 9-yard line. The 1st and goal from the 9 for South Lyon. Locke split up top to the right. Singleton in the back to the right of Fracassi. And the handoff is to Singleton. He cuts back against the grain and gets just about a yard. We're back to the line of scrimmage. It's a tenacious line East has.
Yeah, it is.
They're putting a strong rush on and covering the gaps.
On the offensive side of the line, it's good to see Adam Walrath back in the game at center.
Yes.
He's flanked by Gus Taylor playing left guard and Jacob Klingler playing right guard. And at the tackles, you got Ashton D'Angelo and Isaac McComb. So again, you got Gus Taylor stepping up and playing both ways with Caleb Baker out this week with an injury.
So Fracassi takes a snap. He's rolling out. He rolls to his left, looks downfield. And he's got Looks like McGrath. McGrath found him, scrambled himself to get open, and Fracassi found him. And that's a touchdown for South Lyon. We got Stojanovic out there along with Evan DeFrank, the holder. The kick is up. And good. So with 8:27 in the second quarter left, that's 14-11. South Lyon on top. We'll be right back with South Lyon's kickoff. It's Chris Shinavara, number 24, handling the kickoff duties for South Lyon. And he's got kicks it down to the 5. And the ball's out to the 20 to the 30. Oh. And that's number 5. Brandon Tillman Jones on the return there.
Boy, we're seeing a lot of athletes on the east side. You know, they're coming out and running hard.
You know, they've some of these kids may be on their track team, and they've had a state qualifying track meet or track team for several years now, and so they got some of those speedsters back there returning the balls. You got to figure out who not to kick it to, because whoever the two deep guys are, don't kick it to them. All right, we got Donovan Wright in the backfield for East as they start right from the 49-yard line. DeSense, he's wow, he got popped by I think that was Jesse Powell, and it's a completed pass to Devin Willenberg, or incomplete. I'm sorry. I'm so surprised the quarterback got up after that hit.
I didn't see the hit.
The 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. The handoff is to Wright up the middle. He gets about 5 yards on the carry. The initial hit really didn't slow him down. The kid's a beast.
No, it took three players to bring him down. Three big players. That was Ryan Shamp and Caleb Spike Mulcahy and Dancer all in on that tackle.
So it's 3rd and 5 from the 45-yard line of the Lions.
Did you know that Mulcahy's nickname was Spike?
I just caught that one.
I just learned that tonight.
I wonder where he gets that from. And they're throwing from the gun. This time it's Willenberg right at the first down marker. And that one is incomplete as well.
That was great defense by Nathan McMaster there. Got his hand in there and knocked the ball out.
It's good to have him back, too. He was back last week, and again this week. You can't beat experience out there. And Cougars are punting. They'll hit the ball. It's kind of a shank there as it gets a Cougar bounce and rolls on down to about the, call it the 8-yard line. So here goes the Lions. They hand off to Singleton, who works his way through for a few yards off tackle there. Let's see, he went more east and west and north and south on that run. We got 6:47 left in the half. The Lions on their own 9-yard line. We're at 2nd and 8. McGrath and Quinn Fracassi come out to the left along with Mitch Comoris. Brendan Locke on top to the right. Fracassi looks out to pass to Mitch. Comoris steps up and he gets out to the 15-yard line. Needs to get out to the 17, I think, for a first down there. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Good open field blocking by McGrath and Quinn Fracassi on that play.
We've been getting good blocking from our receivers. Well, Fracassi brings him out in the gun. Evan DeFrank is in the backfield. And we had a lineman jump. Let's see if it was encroachment or offsides. And it's offsides on East. We got a first down. Well, it's 1st and 10 from the 20. DeFrank in the backfield to the left, to the right, and Fracassi drops back to pass. He looks down and finds Comoris, who breaks through. He breaks a couple of tackles and gets out to the 50. You cannot knock him down. You got to tackle him.
No, again, great yardage after the catch there. Nice pass by Fracassi, kind of hitting a seam route. And Mitch loves to run the ball every time he touches it.
Yeah, he sure does. And he really kind of split two tacklers who both did the shoulder hit and didn't wrap him up and paid for it. Pass out to Quinn Fracassi. He sidesteps the tackler. And he gets out about 5 yards on that carry. We're going to mark that down at the 46-yard line of the Cougars. So South Lyon 2nd and 5. Fracassi looking to pass again, and looks like he's got the first down. I didn't get the number of who that was. It's Darian Manerich. Looks like he came out of the tight end position and ran the route deep enough for the first down and made a good solid catch.
Yep, that was number 28 on east side, Nick O'Donohue, bringing him down not so gently.
Well, they're all from the same town, but it doesn't mean necessarily that during this 48 minutes that they're going to like each other.
No, you want to take them down even harder, but then you help them up.
Right. Evan DeFrank in the backfield with Fracassi. He gets the handoff. DeFrank cuts up the would-be tacklers, hits the gap, and he just gashed them for a good 15-yard carry there by Evan DeFrank. And that's another first down for the Lions as they mark that at the 29-yard line. 24-yard line, I'm sorry.
DeFrank showing a little explosiveness there, getting through the line and making some nice cuts.
He did. Showed a lot of confidence there. This running back by committee has worked well for the Lions this year.
Well, you talked about mixing it up, too, and on this drive they certainly have, and you can see the results. Good drive so far down the field. Timeout.
We'll be right back after this timeout. All right, so we're back. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 24-yard line. Fracassi looking downfield. He's got... That was Brendan Locke. Made a great catch, keeping his feet in bounds, and touchdown, South Lyon.
Yeah, Brendan did a great job adjusting to the ball there. He kind of had to spin around a little bit, but he kept his eye on it, hauled it in.
Yep, and Fracassi made a great pass where only Brendan could get it. DeFrank, the holder. Stojanovic is on for the extra point. DeFrank with the stop as much of a hold, and Stojanovic put it up. Good job by DeFrank to get that ball where Stojanovic could get a foot into it.
Yep.
So, with 3:08 to go in the second quarter, it's 21 for the South Lyon Lions and 11 for the South Lyon East Cougars. And Chris Chinavera, number 24, going to kick off for the South Lyon Lions. And he gets a boot into it, and it's down to the 5-yard line. The Cougars have done a good job on kick returns tonight, but this one not so good. Somebody did a cartwheel out there. And good coverage by the Lions this time. So East will start back on their looks like the 24-yard line. And so East with Xander Descents at quarterback. Devon Wright, who takes the ball, and he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Adam Walrath with the tackle there.
That was his brother Eric.
Or his brother Eric, I'm sorry. Both big boys down there. And a 2nd and 10 for East. They go into the gun. And they roll out to the left. And Jack Schaefer blitzing hits him for a big loss there. Boy.
He got in there pretty quick. He looked a little bit like McGrone from the Wolverines slashing through that hole and getting into the backfield.
He almost overran him. Yeah. But he did a good job of keeping hold of him and tackling him. Now we have timeout South Lyon, so we'll be right back after this. So East comes out 3rd and 18 in the gun. They're looking to pass, and they complete it just barely. And there's all kinds of action down there. Whistles blowing.
Talking about it.
The ball was on the ground, but I just don't know if it was already dead. It looks like they whistling it dead. So East got back to about the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 4th and 10.
Well, I tell you, Descends took one heck of a hit from Jesse Powell on that play. I'm surprised he got up.
So East in the punting position here with 4th and 12. And they kick that right out of bounds at the 30-yard line. They're going to get about a 12-yard kick out of that. Well, it's at the 22, and they mark it at the 30, so an 8-yard kick.
Generous spot.
Fracassi brings them out. We got 1:52 left. The Lions are on the Cougars' 30-yard line. We got Singleton back in the ball game off to the right. Fracassi looking to pass. He's got a lot of time. He scrambles around, trying to find a man open, and he just pulls it down and runs it himself and runs it out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. So about a 6-yard gain there. And that'll be 2nd and 4 for the Lions. Good Fracassi didn't try forcing that in anywhere, you know?
Yeah, no, it was good
He had
coverage
some
downfield by the Cougars, and I thought he made a good decision. Pull it down, take what they give you.
So now we got the Lions with trips to the right. Steve Shelton, the lone one, split out to the right, or left, I'm sorry. And Fracassi finds Brendan Locke for the first down. He's down to about the 18, 19-yard line. We'll see where they spot that one. But it is a first down. Locke was almost calling for that ball. He was pretty open. And now from the 17-yard line, Fracassi looking back to pass. And he finds a man open, and he's right at the first down marker. Let's see where they mark it. Steve Shelton with the catch. And it's going to be second and short from about the 11-yard line. 9-yard line. We're in a hurry-up offense here. Up, and we've got a timeout. Timeout on the Cougars. That's their second and a half.
Somebody get 13 in a row. Is he really? Yeah, they missed one.
So here we go from the 8-yard line, second and 8. Fracassi pulls it down, and he's going to run it up to the... Oh, he was down. He called him down. Donovan Wright came in and scooped up the loose ball, but Fracassi was already down. And he's going to be marked down at about the 4-yard line. The Lions trying to hurry up with 35 seconds to go here in the half. And Fracassi back to pass. Hit Schultz and a little slant, and it's a touchdown, South Lyon. Great pitch and catch right there.
Yeah, well-delivered ball. Our statistician next to us here, that's 14 in a row for Fracassi completions.
He's right on tonight, I'll tell you. And they're not just short screen passes either. He's thrown for, I believe he said, that probably makes it 180 yards in the first half here. So the Lions, with the extra point try by Stojanovic. DeFrank puts it down. Stojanovic puts it up. And it's good, making the score 28-11. The South Lyon Lions 28 and the South Lyon East Cougars 11 with 23 seconds to go in the half. And here we go, the Lions kicking off. Shinavara, and he dribbles it through the middle. And I didn't see who had that, but they're take it up to the 35-yard line, 33-yard line, let's call it. So yeah, I would not have kicked it to one of those return guys, even though last kickoff they did a good job of covering.
That's what you're telling me.
And it looks like the Cougars are going to just take a knee and go in and regroup with the score here at halftime. Coming up, the Lions 28 and the Cougars 11. We'll be right back with the second half here in the jungle. And here we go, folks, with the start of the second half. South Lyon East kicking off to South Lyon. Brendan Locke has it. He comes out across the 30, up to the 35 to the 40, where he's brought down by number 5. Braden Tillman Jones made the tackle there. I'm Brian McPhee alongside Paul Zarate. We've got Matt Boyer on camera doing a great job for us there, and our counterpart Dan Pelchat's on the stadium mic here tonight. You'll hear him in the background occasionally. We got a great ball game here with South Lyon up 28-11. But East is an explosive team out there with Donovan Wright, big running back for them. And Fracassi, he's rolling out, and he's brought down just behind the line of scrimmage, about a 4-yard loss there. And looked like, well, I didn't get the number of who made that tackle, but I call that a coverage sack.
Yeah, it was. You know, he had Mitch Camoris kind of open out in the flat, but they had a defender shadowing him, and I think Connor saw that, and rather than risk a pick six or even put his receiver in jeopardy, he decided to tuck it and go down and live to play another play.
We got Evan DeFrank in the backfield with them, and nice pass. Brendan Locke making the reception. We got a flag out there. Not sure who that's going to be on. Looks like it might be, well, the ref's doing calisthenics with what he's calling. He called holding, pushing, illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield. The Lions.
And Salato moving back. It's going to be 2nd and long. As the ball gets marked at the 33-yard line. And they'll need to get out to the 48 of East to get a first down. So 2nd and 18. Fracassi drops back to pass. They do a little bubble screen there to Locke, and he gets all the way back up to, almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Interesting play there, well executed by the Lions, but then well covered by East.
Yeah, they recovered pretty good. Not before they got about 7-8 yards on that play. We got 3rd and 11 for the Lions. The Lions come out with trips to the left. Lock in the slot. We got McGrath and Fracassi here. Oh, Fracassi threw a strike out there, and Locke had to go low for it, but he hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't hang on to it. Would have been short of the first down, but not sure if he could have got something after the catch or not.
After 15 in a row completions, I think that was the first incompletion for Connor tonight.
So the Lions are going to punt for the first time tonight, as it's 4th and 11. And Locke, who's now he steps back. He was up a little closer there, and he puts a foot into that, and it's all the way down to the 10-yard line where it's a fair catch. The Lions did a good job of covering that one. We'll be back with East's first. And here we are with East starting 1st and 10. And they go around end. That was number 9, Mitchell Moore with the carry. And we've seen him on kick returns. He's got some good wheels there. So the Lions hold him to 5 yards. It's 6 yards. It's 2nd and 4. And we did have a South Lyon East player go out. That was number 5, Braden Tillman Jones, was helped off the field. And here they go to the other side with Donovan Wright. He picked up enough for the first down.
DeFrank and Dancer in there on the stop. East mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little speed, a little brawn, a little thunder and lightning type. Well, Wright seems to have some speed too to him. Now they come out with the empty backfield. We're going to run the jet there. Xander Descents handling the quarterback duties for the Cougars. So the stoppage in play, but the refs start the ball again, or the clock. It's 1st and 10. And Wright's in motion, he's but they faked the handoff there, and Jesse Powell got home on that one. Xander Descents went down, and Jesse didn't bite on that fake at all. That makes it 2nd and 22. Not too many plays in the playbook with the 2nd and 22.
Nope. New quarterback.
They're pushed back all the way to the 11.
Oh no, it's still not. Ooh. Jesse again.
Oh, Jesse's got him again. And Donovan Wright hit Jesse about as hard as you could with a straight-up block, and Jesse just bounced off him and kept going after the quarterback and got him again. That's 2 sacks in a row.
Yeah, Jesse's been coming at him all night, laying some good licks on him, but hasn't got him with the ball yet till the last 2 plays.
And I think Jesse's frustrations build up a little bit, and he gets even more focused trying to get to that quarterback. So the Cougars split 3 wide to the left. They drop back to pass. They look over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 21 is Dorian Armstrong, and he can't come up with it. He would have been well short of the first down there, making it 4th and 27 from deep in their own end zone, or deep in their own zone. The kicker will be standing in the end zone. Brendan Locke standing back at about the 40. This time he gets the kick off, and it takes a South Lyon East roll. And that ball goes all the way down to the 45-yard line of the Lions. Nice kick there. Way to get out of trouble by East.
Yeah, definitely. This is probably one of the worst field positions South Lyon's starting with.
Well, and they kicked away from Brendan. If he had been able to field that in the air, could have saved about 20 yards. So here come the Lions for Cassie and company. And South Lyon East calls a timeout here with 6:12 to go in the third quarter. All right, so South Lyon East calling a timeout there here early in the second half. That handoff is right up the middle. That was none other than Mitch Camoris running the ball, and he got about 8 yards on that one.
A lot of these kids love football, and you can tell the way they play. But I don't know if any of them love it as much as Gus Taylor. I was watching him that play. He's blocking all the way down the field after the whistle, and he, just kept going.
Right.
He loves it.
When you got someone like Mitch Cougars running behind you, you like to, keep him, give him a lane. And Cougars is back in the backfield again. This time the pass is out to Quinn Fracassi. He breaks a tackle, gets out to the 40, down to the 35, where he's forced out of bounds. Good run there by Quinn Fracassi. I'll tell you, his confidence in his running is improved every game.
Yeah, it has. Interesting play there. He sent both guards the other way. So, if you got the linebackers keying on the guards, that takes them out of the play a little bit and gives Quinn some extra room for some yardage.
Fracassi waiting a snap. Hands off to Cougars. Cougars goes off tackle. Gets a few yards there. Yeah, Jack Pesh had in front of him blocking for him, number 33. So the Lions again mixing it up in the backfield. We've got 2nd and 7 from the 32-yard line. Fracassi looking over the field. He takes the snap, hand off to Cougars, who busts it up the middle, gets to the second level, where he's finally, he's not wrestled down yet. He finally is, as he dragged about 3 other players for another 3 or 4 yards there. Mitchell Moore was in on the tackle there, the linebacker.
Nice job by Walrath and Klinger making a hole on the right side of the line there.
And Mitch did a good job of waiting for that hole to happen and then hit it. Cassi's handoff again to Cougars, who gashes him again for another 6-7 yards. And you see these guys that got a bear hug on them. That's way too high to tackle Cougars. You got to get them low. So that's 2nd and 3. Getting the short, 2nd and short gives you a lot of options in the playbook. Kamara is still in the backfield. He stays a block for Fracassi, scrambling around, throws down to Locke, who takes it away from the defensive back, and it's a touchdown. That ball was as good as intercepted, and Locke just went up, reached over the defender's head, and grabbed it out of his arms.
That's one of those plays you tell your quarterback, throw it up in the air and let your athletes go and get it, and Brendan did just that.
We having this one called back. There's a flag sitting on the 20-yard line. So a great play by Brendan, all for naught. And it looks like it's a holding penalty. Which is from the spot of the foul, which those are killers. Well, it doesn't take away from the fine effort that Brendan put out there. That'll be on his highlight film. So now 2nd and 18. Fracassi rolls out to his right, steps up into the pocket, and he's sacked. So that time they really didn't form a pocket. He was running out, and the outside contained guy just stepped off his man and grabbed Fracassi. So 4-yard loss there, now making it 3rd and 22. Moore still in the backfield for this entire series. He's to the left of Fracassi, stays to block. Fracassi looking to pass. He steps up. And it looks like that was Quinn Fracassi, who got just a step on the safety out there and made a great catch. Connor made a great throw, and we got a first down.
Yeah, Connor made a great throw there and really stepped up into the pocket well and didn't give away where he was throwing the ball. He kind of looked the defenders off to his left and then found his brother over the middle.
So that's 1st and goal from the 9. Lock in motion. Oh, and Fracassi just overthrew that one a little bit. East had it pretty well defended there. I'm not sure that he would have got a lot out of that one. Lock attracts a lot of traffic and attention out there. Let's 2nd and 9 for the Lions. Locke splits out to the left. We still got Mitch Camoris in the backfield. He's to the right of, to the left of Fracassi. Fracassi finds Locke wide open. And that just looked too easy.
Yeah, I think Locke faked a corner route, came back over the middle on the slant, wide open.
That's one of those things, I don't know if that's a read, react type of play, but there was no safety back there. He had one-on-one, and with just an easy slant play there for Brendan. So here's Stojanovic on again. And DeFrank's holding. He puts it down. Stojanovic puts it up. And that one's good. Making a score 35 South Lyon to East 11. We'll be right back with the Lions kickoff. Kickoff for the Lions here with 1:36 to go in the third quarter. And he kicks that one short of the two deep receivers, which the way those guys returning kicks, that's a smart move by the Lions. And we've got a Lion who's still down. We'll be back after this stoppage in play in a moment. So here we go. And then drop back to pass. And Steve Shelton steps in. And he got it. Interception. And he's writhing down in pain there a little bit, but he's up. He might have just got the wind knocked out of him. So they had Willenberg going deep, and Shelton came across and just played center field on that ball and took it away. Nice play by Steve Shelton, giving the ball back to the Lions on their own 42-yard line. That's going to be 4 or 5 interceptions for Steve this year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We have a timeout on, and we'll be right back after this timeout. Here come the Lions in the gun. Fracassi looking over the line. He takes the snap, hands off to Singleton, who busted up the middle, and he could be gone. Singleton is. He's down to the 5 goal line. Touchdown. What a run. He went untouched. Jordan Singleton just peeled off about a 48-yard run there.
Yeah, boy, he's running the ball good all year long, but I have not seen him show that kind of speed.
No, I don't know that we've seen that this year. And it was like East was in slow motion on defense because he just got that right up the middle. I don't think he varied one step left or right. It was just north and south running. Stojanovic back on for the extra point. Oh, the snap is a little trouble with it. DeFrank does a good job of getting it down, and Stojanovic does a good job putting it up and over. So that makes the score South Lyon 42, East 11. And here's a kickoff by Shinavara. It is mishandled there by the East, but it ends up rolling out of bounds. So it'll be East ball, 1st and 10. And they're going to mark that down about the 27-yard line of the Cougars. We got 1:09 left here in the third quarter. East in the shotgun. They send a man in motion. And we've got a penalty flag on the play. False start by East. And it happened to be the kid that was blocking Jesse Powell or going to try blocking Jesse Powell.
Well, you try and get every edge you can when Jesse's lined up opposite you.
That moves it back 5 yards. And they'll have first down all over again. East in the gun. You know they're going to be trying to pass. And they are. They throw down deep. And they call it a catch.
81.
That was a great catch. It was 81. That's Devin Willenberg. He's still down there. It looks like he might have just gotten wind knocked out of him a little bit, but he's up and back in. Well, that's taking advantage of the one thing you can't coach, height.
Xander took another pop there. And I think he told the coach, can you please put 2 guys out there on Jesse Powell? So they had 2 guys blocking Jesse, and I didn't see who got to him that play, but he ended up on his back again.
Xander rolls out. He's got... and he completes that pass to number 12, Drew Ranson. And they get another first down. So the Cougars on the move here. Get the ball down to the 40-yard line of South Lyon. I tell you, there certainly isn't any given up by the Cougars. Xander DeSantis in the and he drops the ball, fumbles at that snap, and falls on it. The Lions were all over that one. So that's going to make it 2nd and 14 for the Cougars. And that's the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back with the start of the fourth in a moment. Here we go. The Cougars 2nd and 14 starting the fourth quarter. Xander DeSantis in the back, and he They try a little screen over the middle, and they still don't make it back to the original line of scrimmage, but gain of about 4 there. Lions did a good job of defending that one.
Yeah, Mitch Camoris, along with another handful of Lions, came up to put a stop to that play.
It's now 3rd and 12 from the Lions' 43-yard line. Donovan Wright in the backfield. They roll out. He's blocking for the Sanders. And there's a big hit there by Jake Newman on number 21, who was the receiver, made the catch. Dorian Armstrong. So that's now 4th and 8 for the Cougars. And it looks like they're going to go for it. They really don't have much of a choice here. In the 4th quarter, down by 31 points. And Xander's in the gun. You got Donovan Wright to his right. He rolls out that direction. He steps up, throws a pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 12, Drew Ranson. And so that's a turnover on downs to the Lions. And they're going to start on their own 43-yard line. Or 38, I'm sorry. 38-yard line for the Lions. It'll be 1st and 10. Good defensive stand there by the Lions. We got Jordan Singleton back and Darian Benarich with the catch. Nice pass there by
Zach Stein.
Oh, Zach Stein with the catch. I'm sorry, number 15. We're starting to see a few other kids filtered into the offense. Handoff to Singleton, and he's dropped down there by number 65, C.J. Hoke. And so that'll make it 3rd and 4 for the Lions. 9:28 to go in the game and the regular season. And for Cassia waiting the snap. Singleton to his right. Pass again to Stein. It looked like he was deep enough for the first down, and they're going to mark his forward progress right at the 50. Good route by Stein, and good job hanging on to the ball.
Good job by Connor, too. That was a low snap, but he hung with it, made sure he secured the ball before he stood up to make the throw.
So a refresh of downs. Evan DeFrank now in at quarterback. Another low snap and a flag on the play. We got a false start on the Lions. So a few more kids getting in for the first time tonight.
Yep, you got number 78, Reed Reinhold in at center. 6'3", 250-pound senior.
It's Alec Chuk in motion. He gets the ball, and he's tackled in the backfield there. He really didn't have a chance on that one. They blew through the line.
Yeah, that was number 12, Drew Ranson for the Cougars, making the tackle in the backfield.
Well, DeFrank run on the offense now. Seven and a half minutes left in the game. He takes the ball, he rolls out to his left, he sidesteps the... Oh. I'll tell you, that was a little dangerous position he was in.
Yeah.
Had somebody falling on him there. They're going the wrong direction right now. They're 3rd and 24. With DeFrank at quarterback, with Singleton next to him to his left. And we got a flag. I think it's delay a game.
I didn't see him. I was looking.
Yep. So the Lions move back 5 more yards, making it 3rd and 29 now. The 6.5 minute mark always reminds me of the Lakin game when we were down 2 scores and came back and won. There's a long pass intended for, I believe that was Stein, and incomplete.
That seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? The Lakeland game?
Sure does. Was that his 2nd or 3rd game
I
of the
think
year?
that was the second game, yeah.
Second game. So Locke's on to handle the punting duties. It's 4th and 29 from the 31-yard line. Locke takes the snap, kicks it downfield. Oh, that's the quarterback. Number 11, Xander Descents, taking the kick return, punt return. Right, mate? We do have a flag on the play there. We're going to have personal foul. See what direction they're going to walk it. It looks like they're going to be walking towards the Lions. Nope, it's against the Cougars. Personal foul. And this is a point in the game when sometimes kids can get a little extracurricular activity. They're a little upset the way the game's going.
Yep.
So the Cougars are moved all the way back to the 33, where it'll be 1st and 10. Oh, that one was almost picked off. It's 19.
Caesar.
Ben Caesar stepped in front of that one. Jesse Powell coming off. I just heard the quarterback go, whew. So the Cougars coming out second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They hand off to Donovan Wright again, and he gets about 8 yards. He is a load to bring down, I'll tell you. You will not arm tackle him. Now coming off is Jack Schaefer. A lot of the seniors being taken out. Their last regular season game here. Possibly their last home game, depending on how the playoffs go. Hand off again to Wright. It looked like Quinn Fracassi in there now made the tackle. Oh, Jack Pesh, 33, made the tackle. Jake Newman coming off, number 25. Did a great job at corner this year. And special teams as well. Here come the Cougars in the gun again. They looked at that pass downfield. There's double coverage. Oh, and they throw a flag down there. It looked like people got caught up with their feet, but they're going to... And we got our expert cameraman here is calling illegal motion. And he's usually right about 99% of the time. These should offset each other. Be a replay of first down. So illegal motion, pass interference, and they're offsetting. Not to mention upsetting. So the Cougars ball at the 45-yard line with 4:54 here to go in the game.
It hasn't gotten any warmer.
No, it hasn't. Oh, and the ball's on the ground. I know the quarterback didn't come up with it, but someone from East did fall on it. So now it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Cougars. And clock running. Oh, a little flea flicker. So Wright pitched the ball back to DeSantis, and the rush was on, and he just threw that one away. And they're going to call grounding on him. Yep, the flag came out. I don't know that he was outside the hash marks. Because if you're going to throw that, you got to get it back to the line of scrimmage or near somebody. Well, this is a good feeling having this game in hand. You know, the way it started out, the Cougars looked like they weren't taking anything from the Lions, and they were going to take it to them, and they did for the first two series. They came down and scored.
Yep.
And then the Lions have just shut them down since then.
Yep.
And they're back to pass. They're rolling out to the left. Throws downfield to Willenberg. who's got nobody between him and the goal line. Quinn Shelton tries to chase him down, or Quinn Fracassi, and no such luck. Devin Willenberg, about a 70-yard pass play there.
Well, you love to see it. Never giving up. Fight until the end.
Yeah. Devin's a decathlete, too. I mean, he's a great athlete. The whole family is there, and he did a great job at just exploding after making that catch. And their kicker back on. Hannah Beckett makes the extra point, making the score 42-18. And we'll be back with East kickoff in a moment with 3:48 left in the game. Here we go. The Cougars 2nd and 14, starting the fourth quarter. Xander DeSantis in the back, and they try a little screen over the middle, and they still don't make it back to the original line of scrimmage, but gain of about 4 there. Lions did a good job of defending that one.
Yeah, Mitch Comoris, along with another handful of Lions, came up to put a stop to that play.
It's now 3rd and 12 from the Lions' 43-yard line. Donovan Wright in the backfield. They roll out. He's blocking for Sanders. And there's a big hit there by Jake Newman on number 21, who was the receiver, made the catch. Dorian Armstrong. So that's now 4th and 8 for the Cougars. And it looks like they're going to go for it. They really don't have much of a choice here. In the fourth quarter, down by 31 points. And Xander's in the gun. You got Donovan Wright to his right. He rolls out that direction. He steps up, throws a pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 12, Drew Ranson. And so that's a turnover on downs to the Lions. And they're going to start on their own 43-yard line. Or 38, I'm sorry. 38-yard line for the Lions. It'll be 1st and 10. Good defensive stand there by the Lions. We got Jordan Singleton back, and Darian Benarich with the catch. Nice pass there by
Zach Stein.
Oh, Zach Stein with the catch. I'm sorry, number 15. We're starting to see a few other kids filtered into the offense. Handoff to Singleton, and he's dropped down there by number 65, CJ Hoke. And so that'll make it 3rd and 4 for the Lions. 9:28 to go in the game and the regular season. And for Cassia waiting the snap. Singleton to his right. Pass again to Stein. It looked like he was deep enough for the first down, and they're going to mark his forward progress right at the 50. Good route by Stein. And good job hanging on to the ball.
Good job by Connor, too. That was a low snap, but he hung with it, made sure he secured the ball before he stood up to make the throw.
So a refresh of downs. Evan DeFrank now in at quarterback. Another low snap and a flag on the play. We got a false start on the Lions. So a few more kids getting in for the first time tonight.
Yep, you got number 78, Reed Reinhold in at center. 6'3", 250-pound senior.
There's Alec Chuk in motion. He gets the ball, and he's tackled in the backfield there. He really didn't have a chance on that one. They blew through the line.
Yeah, that was number 12, Drew Ranson for the Cougars, making the tackle in the backfield.
Well, DeFrank run on the offense now. Seven and a half minutes left in the game. He takes the ball, he rolls out to his left, he sidesteps the... Oh. I'll tell you, that was a little dangerous position he was in.
Yeah.
It's somebody falling on him there. They're going the wrong direction right now. They're third and 24. With DeFrank at quarterback, with Singleton next to him to his left. And we got a flag. I think it's delay a game. Yep. So the Lions move back 5 more yards, making it third and 29 now. That 6.5 minute mark always reminds me of the Lakin game when we were down 2 scores and came back and won. There's a long pass intended for, I believe that was Stein, and incomplete.
That seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? The Lakeland game?
Sure does. Is that his second or third game
I
of the
think
year?
that was the second game, yeah.
Second game. So Locke's on to handle the punting duties. It's 4th and 29 from the 31-yard line. Locke takes the snap, kicks it downfield. Oh. That's the quarterback, number 11, Xander Descents, taking the kick return, the punt return. Pardon me? We do have a flag on the play there. We're going to have personal foul. See what direction they're going to walk it. It looks like they're going to be walking towards the Lions. Nope, it's against the Cougars. Personal foul. This is a point in the game when sometimes kids can get a little extracurricular activity. You're a little upset the way the game's going.
Yep.
So the Cougars are moved all the way back to the 33, where it'll be 1st and 10. Oh, that one was almost picked off. It's 19.
Caesar.
Ben Caesar stepped in front of that one. Jesse Powell coming off. I just heard the quarterback go, whew. So the Cougars coming out 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They hand off to Donovan Wright again, and he gets about 8 yards. He is a load to bring down, I'll tell you. You will not arm tackle him. Now coming off is Jack Schaefer. A lot of the seniors being taken out. Their last regular season game here. Possibly their last home game, depending on how the playoffs go. Hand off again to Wright. It looked like Quinn Fracassi in there now made the tackle. Oh, Jack Pesh, 33, made the tackle. Jake Newman coming off, number 25. Did a great job at corner this year. And special teams as well. Here come the Cougars in the gun again. They look to pass downfield. There's double coverage. Oh, and they throw a flag down there. It looked like people got caught up with their feet, but they're going to... And we got our expert cameraman here is calling illegal motion. And he's usually right about 99% of the time. These should offset each other. Be a replay of first down. So illegal motion, pass interference, and they're offsetting. Not to mention upsetting. So the Cougars ball at the 45-yard line with 4:54 here to go in the game.
It hasn't gotten any warmer.
No, it hasn't. Oh, and the ball's on the ground. I know the quarterback didn't come up with it, but someone from East did fall on it. So now it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Cougars. And clock running. Oh, a little flea flicker. So Wright pitched the ball back to DeSantis, and the rush was on, and he just threw that one away. And they're going to call grounding on him. Yep, the flag came out. I don't know that he was outside the hash marks. Because if you're going to throw that, you got to get it back to the line of scrimmage or near somebody. Well, this is a good feeling having this game in hand. You know, the way it started out, the Cougars looked like they weren't taking anything from the Lions, and they were going to take it to them, and they did for the first two series. They came down and scored.
Yep.
And then the Lions have just shut them down since then.
Yep.
And they're back to pass. They're rolling out to the left. Throws downfield to Willenberg, who's got nobody between him and the goal line. Quinn Shelton tries to chase him down, or Quinn Fracassi, and no such luck. Devin Willenberg, about a 70-yard pass play there.
Well, you love to see it. Never giving up. Fight until the end.
Yeah. Devin's a decathlete, too. I mean, he's a great athlete. The whole family is there, and he did a great job at just exploding after making that catch. And their kicker back on. Hannah Beckett makes the extra point, making the score 42-18. And we'll be back with East kickoff in a moment with 3:48 left in the game. East ready to kick off. It looks like we might be ready for an onside kick here maybe, but nope, they kick it down. Brendan Locke retrieves it. He gets out to about the 30 to the 33, and he's tripped up there.
Nice tackle there by number 9, Mitchell Moore, on Brendan.
So 3:40 to go, and the Lions will be starting on the 37-yard line. Still quite a few of the second and third string players in there getting plenty of playing time this quarter. And that's Zach Stein at quarterback.
Yeah.
Big 6'4" kid. We got Jordan Singleton out there at the running back position. Oh. They did not get the playoff in time. We got delay of game on the Lions. We got 2:49 left in the game. And they'll re-huddle up. Stein hands off to Jordan Singleton, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage there. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Lions. Clock is running. And there's some kids out there that we really hadn't seen in these positions this year. Zach, his first game at quarterback. The handoff is to Singleton again, and that's pretty much, they knew that's what they were going to do. Clock now down under 2 minutes, down to 1:51 and running. That brings the punt team out with 4th down. The Lions taking their time. They're going to use every second they can. And the back judge's arm goes up. He's going to start the count. And they're going to take a timeout right at the... There we go. We'll be right back after this. Oh, they just took the delay game.
Yeah.
You got a timeout? Why don't you just take the timeout and save the 5 yards?
Why don't you just have your punter watching and give him his hand over?
Right. And it's a moot point, I understand, but and blocked with the punt. He sends it deep. Number 19 for the Cougars returns it. He gets up the sideline, and he's taken down by Darian Manarich right there at the 40-yard line. That was number 19 for the Cougars, Connor Turzin, with the return. So, 59 seconds left in the game here. The Cougars have the ball at the 40-yard line. They really haven't substituted over there. Donovan Wright is the big guy in the backfield. The pass is out to Dorian Armstrong. Dorian Armstrong, I'm sorry. So here come the Cougars. They throw back the pass. Again, it's out to Dorian Armstrong. And he's brought down out there by number 6 for the Lions, Derek Jamber with the tackle. And they're moving again. There's 25 seconds left in the game. They drop back to pass. It's out to Dominic Wright. And he makes a couple of nifty moves after catching a screen pass and gets down inside the 5. And that'll stop the clock as they move the chains. Clock's running again now with 14-12. Cougars quarterback rolls out. He's going to run it in himself, and he makes it. And looks like we got a flag on the play. So that one's coming back. There's 3 seconds left on the game clock. Cougars are going to have to take one more snap. The personal foul against the Cougars. So that'll move them back 15 yards. So the refs move the ball back. It's going to be spotted on the 14-yard line. They line up in the gun. This will be the last play of the game short of a defensive penalty. And the quarterback throws the ball up in the air. It's caught by a lineman. Number 52 gets his first reception probably of his career. That's Keenan McGill, which just instinctively grabbed the ball that he saw in the air there, and that's the ball game with the Lions winning 42 to the Cougars 18. And we'll be back with our post-game show right after this.
Well, that wraps up the regular season. Your final score here tonight, the South Lyon Lions 42, the South Lyon East Cougars 18. Looked like it was going to be a track meet right out of the gate.
Oh, it did. It was a little scary there. The East went up on us. We did stuff them to hold them to a field goal, which was good to see. But, again, they came down and did the same thing again their next possession. We scored on each of our original possessions there, so it looked like it was going to be a basketball game for a while there.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
But they had some athletes out there. We pointed that out. The running back, Dominic
yes.
Wright. I mean, he's a real deal.
Yes, he is a downhill runner, and he is big.
Yep.
So.
And then on the outside, you had Devin Willenberg, who's a true
He'll
receiver.
He'll be back next year, too.
Yeah,
6'5", 190. That's a matchup problem for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. His brother was the same.
Yes, he was.
When he played for us.
I recognize that name.
Yep. He touched the ball 5 times and scored 3. I'm glad they didn't give it to him that much then. So.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. You know, you saw how effective Wright was. Could have maybe helped slow down the Lion offense if the Cougars decided to stick with that.
Yeah, they especially went away from them a little bit in the second half, but they were in a hole. They were trying to play catch up a little bit. But, yeah, that young man ran hard and actually did some good blocking, trying to block Jesse Powell in there all night long as a second blocker. But, the Lions came out. I think that was a good tune-up game for them. They're looking pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Most everybody was out on the field. It was good to see the offensive line all back together again. Of course, Caleb Baker's out, so we do got to get him healthy again and get him back in the game. But good tune-up game. Looking forward to the districts.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a quick reminder to everyone at home, Fox Sports Detroit will have the Selection Sunday show. Usually it's like 6:30, maybe 7 at the latest. And obviously the Lions being probably Division II, it's towards the end of the show. But that's always fun to watch too.
Right. And the early computer picks have us looking like we're going to not have to play Western the first game, hopefully.
That would be nice. I mean, you go 8-1, you deserve to maybe avoid that in the first round.
Right. So we'll see where it comes out to. Whoever it is, we're going to be ready to play them.
Absolutely.
If you're going to go to to Ford Field, you got to play everybody anyways.
That's
so
right.
That's the way we've always looked at it.
Yeah. So who are we thinking for players of the game tonight, folks?
Well, on the offensive side, we're going to give it to Connor Fracassi.
Yeah.
At one point, he was 14 in a row pass completions. He ended up, I think, Paul, what was he, 19 for 22?
22, about 240 yards.
Yeah, so just spot on all night, got out of traffic, did a good job scrambling, made good decisions. And so we're going to give the player or the offensive player of the game to Connor.
Great job by the field general tonight. And who are we thinking for defense?
Well, I think the whole defense played well tonight. After those first couple of drives, really shut them down. But you had one stand out there, and that was Jesse Powell. He was in the quarterback's face. A couple of plays, he knocked him down. I didn't think he was going to get back up. That quarterback bounced back up, and then he started to get to him when he had the ball.
Yeah.
And so he's a game changer out there. You got to worry about where he's at as a quarterback. So it's good to have Jesse back and healthy.
Yeah,
we're going to give the defensive player to Jesse.
Yep, no, I agree with that. Both that are great decisions. And just adding on Jesse Powell, at some point there in the third quarter, I believe, he had 2 straight plays where he was able to just assault the quarterback, and he did not buy the play action one bit.
Right.
And man,
great play.
yeah, you credit number 11 over there for being able to play through that.
Right.
So, but
Well, one other one I was going to say that he got a sack on. He hit Dominic Wright, hit him solid, and it was neither one moved, and Jesse just went along with the rolling out quarterback, and that was one of the
Can you go
other
shut
sacks.
off that iPad?
So
Sorry. If we were playing some music here after the game and it's just still playing, so I think, or is that the band? Oh, it's the band. Okay, good. So, all right. Well, hey, that's going to wrap it up here for tonight. We'll have, of course, we'll post the playoff matchup. But the Lions finish the season 8-1, an incredible run for this team and this group of seniors. After a 9-0 season last year, and I'm excited to see what we can do here in the playoffs. And we'll know who we're playing on Sunday evening, and we'll get that information out to you guys. And hopefully, we'll be here in the jungle next Friday night. I know better than to count on that because we've been sent out on the road at 8-1 before. So for Mr. Paul Zarate, for Mr. Brian McPhee, I'm Dan Pelchat, Matt Boyer on camera. Remember, folks, it's a great day to be living in America, and we'll see you next week in the playoffs.